Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ukrainian Crisis Media Center. And I would like to wish all the Orthodox Christians happy Easter and give the floor the President Administration spokesperson in ATO issues, Colonel Oleksandr Motuzyanyk. Good afternoon. I would like to wish you happy Easter. The last 24 hours were restless and marked by a whole range of terrorist provocation. We observed 2 cases when the armored vehicles have been used. The most tension is observed in Donetsk airport region, Zhovte village in Slavyano-Serbsky, and Siza village close to Ukrainian-Russian border. However, the situation is still under control, and our servicemen' bravery and skills leave the enemy no chance to advance. Recently, the enemy has intensified aerial reconnaissance. We observed 30 enemy drones for the last 24 hours. According to intelligence, in Gorlivka, which is occupied by the illegal armed groups, there are some groups arriving to the town who are not local. They get clothes and weapons, and then they are moved to so-called training center located in the forest close to Novogorlivka machine building factory. And the terrorists are aggressively looking for the residential quarters for these new people. In the last 24 hours, there were no lethal casualties in Ukrainian armed forces and 2 wounded. OSCE confirms that the militants have multifaceted support from Russian Federation. Oleksandr Motuzyanyk, in his interview to the German TV, supposed that the logistic base supplying the illegal armed groups is located in Russian territory close to the border. It is confirmed by the facts of moving heavy weaponry to the clash line and availability of special weaponry to the militants. And OSCE monitors have seen many people in the military uniform with Russian insignia moving to the eastern Ukraine territory. The ATO management optimization is carried out. The Minister of Defense of Ukraine, General Stepan Poltorak, informed that according to the presidential order, all Ukrainian units involved in the combat in ATO area are transferred either to Ukrainian armed forces or to the National Guard of Ukraine. It means that there is no more armed groups in ATO and on the clash line not under control of the Ukrainian armed forces, which is compliant with Minsk package. Gennady Moskal, the head of Lugansk region administration, met the servicemen and commanders of Aidar battalion to discuss all the topics and issues between the local administration and this armed unit. The parties came to complete mutual understanding, and they met a conclusion that those who protect the Ukrainian independence and integrity merits honors and respect, but the criminals should be held responsible according to the Ukrainian law. Similar meetings are planned with more armed units. The Ukrainian servicemen help civilians in the course of ATO. The Ukrainian armed forces servicemen helped a lorry driver in need. During the movement, they spotted a lorry outside the road, incapable to move on, and despite the tight schedule, they helped to the driver, who transported the food from Dnipropetrovsk region to the Donbass. He moved his lorry off the road to avoid collision, and he is very grateful to Ukrainian servicemen for help. Orphanage children visited the Donetsk region police headquarters. They have been hosted by General Vyacheslav Abroskin, who is constantly supporting orphans. He met the children from the orphanage and carried out a tour on the location, showing how different units are operated. Children were most interested by armed unit and weaponry warehouse. And they got some candies from the local police commander. The rotation of Ukrainian law enforcers is going on, and before Easter, 10 law enforcers from Ivano-Frankivsk region moved back to their home base. They were active in ATO, detaining militants and confiscating arms and explosives, initiating more than 20 criminal cases. After a short leave, they come back to their posts in local units. The Ukrainian special forces prevent subversions. In the forest near Zhytomyr, SSU forces detected the weapon cache camouflaged as the garbage pile. They seized 2 grenade launchers, sniper rifle, Kalashnikov submachine gun, and many rounds ready for battle. Now they're trying to find out the origin of these weapons. And now a traditional story about the Ukrainian defender in the front line. The soldier nicknamed Grandpa will celebrate his 56th birthday at ATO Blockpost. He thinks he managed to do much during his life. He served in the Soviet army, and in the bad need, he came voluntarily to the Ukrainian armed forces. Now he has been serving at the front line for 7 months. He recalls the case when he and his friend, nicknamed Tomcat, detained a suspicious man who did not react at first at their calls, and they found an anti-tank mine fully armed. And when they understood that they have been incapable to neutralize the mine, they called the miners who blew the ordnance in the field. In the next week, the information about these brave actions of the Grandpa and the Tomcat were spread, and the commanders praised high their bravery and fulfillment of their duty. Thank you, Colonel, and tomorrow we are having another briefing at the same time. Thanks.